What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy. Welcome back to my next episode of the United States of Joe Winko. So, we are continuing directly from where I left off. I'm finally going to be finishing my last city in the northeastern region of the United States of Joe Winko, which is going to be right here. The winner of last episode's trivia question was Ron Weasley. So, congratulations to Ronald Weasley. He's going to be the mayor of this city right here, and this city is going to be called St. Lawrence. So, yeah, let's get this party started. Oh, oops. Okay. I got it. Alright, so first things first, gonna add a whole bunch of trees around this river. I'm not sure what this river is called in real life. I'm not sure if it's called the St. Lawrence River, but I do realize that it's part of the St. Lawrence Waterway. That's why this area is going to be called St. Lawrence. I didn't really do my research on St. Lawrence and what he has to do with a lot of water, but maybe someone in the comments can enlighten me on that. I do realize that like the Great Lakes and the rivers that border the northern side of the USA and the southeastern side of Canada are like the rivers that border that are known as the St. Lawrence Waterway. I even designed this like really cool sign for this area and everything. So everything you see on this side of the river is Canada. Everything you see on this side of the river is the USA. But in the United States of Joe Winko, the USA and Canada are all one. So, yeah. So, Ron Weasley is the mayor, and St. Lawrence is the name of the city. First things first, we need to throw down a money tree. Let's put that on the American side of the river. I'm not going to build anything on the American side of the river. I am going to make a bridge, though, so they can get from there to there. Yeah. Ooh, wait a sec. Not yet. First, I need to build the highway. Canadian Highway number 3. I basically just made up the Canadian highways. I didn't really plan them out that much. They're not based off the real ones like the interstate system is in the USA side. Okay, so this is going to connect, what city is this way? Is it St. Raymond? Okay. Oh, St. Raymond, yeah. And St. Lawrence. Awesome. And I even made a custom welcome sign for this town, so yeah. Now I just need to get these connected. Hopefully I can get them connected. Building roads in this game can get a bit tedious. Okay. Well, actually, no, it's not tedious. It's fun. What the hell am I saying? I love this game. I've been playing it for 3 years so far. Hopefully, I live long enough to play it for another 3 years. Well, I want to play it a lot longer than that. Gosh. And to be completely honest with you guys, I actually been playing SimCity 4 a lot longer than the United States of Joe Winko. In case you guys want to know, the whole reason why I got into SimCity 4 in the first place is because I needed it to make custom neighborhoods for my Sims 2 game. But then as I was playing it, I realized how much of a fun game it is. So, ooh, here's another avenue that I need to connect. So I'm going to have just one bridge going Oh wait, can I add a bridge? Oh, okay. It's a weird looking bridge, but whatever. Okay, so basically my goal is to make sure that all the roads are connected and make sure that all the cities are connected, adding access to the interstates as well, and trying my best not to build tunnels. Oh, there's a tree blocking the way. Let me tear that down. Okay. I mean, we have tons of trees already, so it's fine. And just want to make sure that all the roads actually lead somewhere. And that they're all actually connected. Okay, so I actually am going to be building some roads on the American side as well. I'm not going to be zoning anything here yet, though, because I want the American side of this to be pretty isolated and desolated, really. I'm not desolated. Is that even a word? Maybe someone in the comments will let me know. One of the YouTube smartasses. No offense. Okay, so there's just one other road here, an avenue coming from Augusta, Maine. Oh, oops. Wrong kind of... Yep, Augusta, Maine. That's the city that's to the south of here. And I'm just gonna make some more roads here and there. Okay, so I got it. Okay, so now I just need to look for the Canadian flags and the American flags. They're somewhere in here. Oh wait, oh that's the Ohio flag, my bad. If I can find them. I have like so many mods made in this game, it's not even funny. Because that's all I do, just make custom content. Oh, here's the Canadian flags. I just want to label where the Canadian borders are. Even though it's all, even though like it's all like one country, since Canada, Southern Canada, USA, and Northern Mexico all formed to become the United States of Winko. Yeah, I have a weird imagination. So just gonna add in a whole bunch of Canadian flags. And now for the USA flags, if I can find those. Because I did make them, and I did import them into the game. Oh, first let me add the highway signs. Canadian Highway 3. See? I finally remember the name of that highway that I built. My beautiful interstate system, which runs through 2 massive countries. And I'm definitely planning on adding more access to the interstate too, once I figure out how exactly I want to, like, arrange this whole neighborhood. I can't even find... Oh, yeah, I'm looking for the American flag, because I have that somewhere. I remember making that. Just have to shuffle through all this stuff that I created. All my mods and shit like that. Sorry if this part's a bit tedious. Just bear with me for a sec. Or for a minute. That's the Missouri flag. That's not the right one. We're a long way from Missouri. Oh, come on. I seriously can't find it? Hell with it. Guess the USA flag doesn't deserve to be represented right now, since I can't find it in this whole stash of mods that I have. And also, since the way our country has been handling the coronavirus pandemic. Don't even get me started on that. I mean, my grandma lives up in Canada. She's, okay, I'm only saying this for clarification purposes. She's not my biological grandma. She's not related to my biological family members. Thank God, because all my biological family members were fucked up, except for my biological uncle. But, my grandma, who I used to live with up in Canada, she's, like, really worried about me because of this coronavirus stuff that's going on. And she's worried about me because I live in Florida. She's more worried about me than my adoptive mother is. I mean, gosh. She's, like, worried that the coronavirus is spreading everywhere, and she already knows that I'm smart enough not to go out at all like these other stupid kids in their 20s are. But she's still worried about me. And I told her I've been keeping to myself and that I'm worried about everything. But being the awesome grandma that she is, she plans on helping me. Like, you know, if it wasn't for Canada closing the border with the USA, she would have had me come to live with her in Canada. So I didn't have to worry about catching coronavirus, because Canada, she lives in British Columbia, Canada, a spot that I haven't reached yet in the United States of Winko. Hopefully I live long enough to start building cities in the British Columbia section of the United States of Winko. But I asked her if she could get me these ultraviolet lights that kill germs and everything, and she was like, oh sure, of course I will. And I also told her about the ultraviolet lights too, and she says that she's going to start using them. But the thing is, when you use them, you just can't be in the same room with them while you have them on, because they can be pretty harmful to your health. I mean, they can damage human skin. I don't know why I keep hiccuping for some reason. It's because I'm talking so much, that's why. Yeah, this coronavirus stuff, I seriously can't wait for all this to pass and for all this to be over, seriously. I'm saying that as I put a hospital right next to a school. Gosh. There's not going to be many Sims living in this town, if you guys want to know. It's just going to be like a few Sims here and there. Oh, there's the beautiful sign that I created. St. Lawrence, Quebec. I don't really know much about St. Lawrence, like the actual saint himself, but all I know is that, I think I might have said that earlier, but all I know is that they named like the whole water way after him. Yeah. So I'm gonna add a couple bus stops. Not sure where I'm gonna have all the Sims live, but I'll figure that out. I love this music, by the way. Oh, I have a subway rail system. Well, duh, I try to connect all my cities by subway. Like, you can get all around the United States of Winko by subway, which is pretty awesome. Oh, I was supposed to put the subway system over there, damn it. I mean, a subway stop over there, damn it. Yeah, I'm talking off the tip of my head right now. That sounds nasty for some reason, but whatever. Okay. So as I said, there's not going to be that many Sims living here. Let me just make sure the libraries are getting paid enough, the clinics are getting paid enough, the schools are getting paid enough. Just I'm not gonna really be zoning that much stuff, because I mean, it doesn't need to be like a major town. I mean, I remember when I first started playing this game, I wanted to have like a whole bunch of major cities, but that doesn't really matter so much anymore. I just want, like, nowadays I'm more fascinated by building a bunch of small towns that look diverse, really. Which I'm doing a good job at. Well, at least in my opinion. I don't know. You know what they say, haters gonna hate. And now, just need to add water pipes. I mean, it is St. Lawrence. They are by the rivers and water and shit like that. They should have water for themselves. Jeesh. Not planning on having it be that big of a town, as I repetitively said earlier. Let me throw in a few wind turbines. That's how the United States of Winko stays powered. And some low density commercial. Alright, that seems just fine enough, what I have so far. As I said, it wasn't going to be that big of a area. I'm not sure. Okay, let me speed it up. I don't know why the education is so low. Oh, it's all going up now. Yeah, since now Sims live there. We have a population of 768 Sims, which isn't that big at all, really, but that's a pretty decent sized town. Oh, did I add a college? Let me add that. Okay, so seems like we got everything. 975 Sims. Not sure why I added a bus stop here, but since I did, for the sake of Sims actually using it, let me add in some residential areas over there. And I should probably throw in a park too, like a small park. Yeah, like a basketball court, that would be good enough. And a wind turbine. And for the love of God, some water too. Oh wait, they have water. Oh man, what's going on? Let me dezone that. Alright, we have a population of 1,509, so that means we unlocked the mayor's house, which I'm gonna put right here. So yeah, that's basically St. Lawrence. I mean, a small tucked away area. Let me see where they're all commuting to. Okay, some of them are commuting out of town to work. A lot of them work at the hospital. A lot of them catch buses to... what's that called? What's the city to the... Mont Tremblant. Okay. No, as a matter of fact, I might as well just add some low-density commercial on this side, too. Just so they don't have to, like, drive to work or anything. I mean, I used to be, like, fascinated by the fact of them commuting out to other cities for work. But, for some towns, I prefer for them to just stay in town. Like, this could be, like, the small town where they could just go to work and not have to leave at all. And they could just stay here and hang out and shit like that. But they're still connected to the rest of the land by my beautiful interstate system. Okay, so... ooh, yeah, I need to add the subway system. I mean, the subway track here. Let me find that real quick. Here it is. Because I want them to be able to get all over the United States of Winko, even though they don't really... Oh wait, is there a subway? Oh yeah, there is. Here it is. Let me just add it, like, whoops. And what's to the west of here? Oh, another subway connection, which I have to turn the camera to see. Wonder how far out I can build this. Oh wait, yeah, it can go all the way over here. Okay, that worked out good. I might eventually add more to this city off the record, but right now it's just in that small corner of this huge land we have. I think it's good enough. It doesn't have to be major, really. It's a small city. I mean, small town. I mean, you gotta have those. Not every city in the United States of Winko should be huge. Let me just take some pictures of it. I'm just really glad I finally finished Canadian Highway Route 3. That was my goal for a long time. St. Lawrence, Quebec, which is part of the United States of Winko. Duh. Okay, so I got a picture of it, and it looks pretty good. So, yeah, this was a short episode of the United States of Winko. So... sorry about that, just my timer was going off. I'll explain that later. So let me pause and let me save. Okay, so thanks so much to everyone who watched this episode. Thanks so much to Ronald Weasley for becoming the mayor of the United States of Winko. That's the name that you wanted to use, so it's the name you have to use for now on because I'm keeping score of all the cities I add to the United States of Joe Winko. So, yeah. If don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget to answer this episode's trivia question correctly first, so you can become the mayor of my next city in the United States, Winko. Please make sure to let me know what you want your mayor name to be, so I can use the same mayor name over and over again, so I can keep track of how many cities you become the mayor of, so I can announce the winner after I filled up this whole entire map. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all liked this episode of the United States of Joe Winko, and I hope you guys all like this small town that I built and this beautiful sign that I created. So yeah, that's basically it. Stay safe out there, everyone. Peace out, people.
This episode's trivia question.
Who was the last victim of the killer scarecrow in Joe Winko's 2020 Sims 2 slasher film, Call of the Scarecrow?
Answer this question in the comments. The first person to comment the correct answer will be crowned the mayor in my next city of the United States of Joe Winko. Please also mention the name you want to be listed as. Remember, you must use the same name at all times. That is it. Peace out, people.